Hi everybody, thank you for having me. My name is Rick Gore. I'm the CEO and co-founder of RealSavvy. This is my fourth startup here in Austin. I have been 12 years with different startups, actually working with my co-founder Clay Knight. Together raised around $20 million in venture capital and had one exit. What I'm telling you about today is a social way of finding a home. Home search isn't an agent in a car anymore. It looks more like this. Lily at a desk. Lily loves to search Zillow. She has the Truly mobile app. When she gets really excited about this home in Westlake, she grabs her keys, drives all the way 25 minutes away, incredibly disappointed to find that the sign in the yard does not reflect what the app says. This house is already under contract. This sucks. So Lily texts her agent, Ashley, what are we going to do? Ashley says, let's use RealSavvy. RealSavvy is the first platform for consumer and agent and anyone that needs to be involved in home search to collect, share, and collaborate from multiple sites. So if she comes across this home on Zillow and it's under contract, she can still pin it, but at least she knows not to drive across town. You can pin directly from RealSavvy. We have over 1.5 million listings, including all of Austin's data with direct pipe to MLS here. You can tag the features that you love. You can comment on whatever it is about the property that you're interested in, and importantly, everyone that needs to be involved gets notified. So across town, Billy, her husband, is sitting at his desk and gets notified that something's happened. Lily made a comment on a house called Delona, and so he pings Ashley, their agent, hey, why don't we go check this out? Can you show it on Saturday? Importantly, and arguably for the first time ever, Ashley, at one touch, has access to all the listing data for this home, as well as rich information about what she's missed while Lily and Bill have been searching without. It's this that agents will pay for. They're a massive group of people, 2 million agents, and the savvy team behind me, all of whom have started companies and led companies. We're changing the way people search. We're RealSavvy.
Thank you very much, Rick. Andrew, do you want to get started?
So I got to ask the obvious question, which is like, if Pinterest wakes up one morning and decides they want to like super optimize Pinterest for real estate platforms, where does your company stand? How do you survive that?
You know, it's an industry that's had many legal attacks as far as scraping. The listings aren't owned by Zillow, they're owned by the listing broker. So if Pinterest were to approach this, they would have a lot of terms of use things to sift through to get all the gallery of photos and all the rich information. Recognizing this, we created a PIN model that we license all this listing directly from the largest national syndicator list company, as well as MLS by companies. So that's one thing. Pinterest would have to materially change their business to go and get 37 photos a time and do a lot of back-end robotic scraping to make their model work for real estate. Indeed, we would rather people import all their Pinterest boards into RealSavvy so that we can show them the rich data that is a home listing more than
So the atomic unit on Pinterest is the single image. The atomic unit for your company is the home, the true listing entities around it. Do you have any patent exposure for talking about pinning?
As we understand, and, in our branding is very specifically about adding homes to boards, etc. But we understand that there's a pin it button thing that another travel company had an issue with, but to our knowledge and our legal, we're fine.
Hey Rick, can you tell us how you make money?
We charge the agent. It's a SaaS model for the agent, so they can invite as many of their clients as they want, totally for free. Chat it up on our board talk feature. We love that. We're going to grow our consumer base from bottom up. That an agent, via attribution, sort of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, if you will. If I invite you, and you have friends on different social platforms, the 7th person that comes through that initial invite sees that you and I are connected as your agent, and that's very powerful for agents. Most agents grow their business purely on referral, and so this has got, we're working with 100 agents here in Austin, 25 of whom are the most prominent, high producing, and so that's what we're hearing from them. If you can help me grow my network, and then give me this rich data that keeps me up to date and makes me look savvy, then a monthly fee is something that would certainly get me.
And how much is that?
$49 a month. We will start charging around tax day this year. $49 a month for access to the base level of just client data. It's like a LinkedIn premium model. You can see 5 clients, and then on the 6th client, you get a payable. And then soon we'll have automated email response so that the agent seems to always on their game. Again, tying into our direct pipe with the MLS here in Austin, which is our test bed. Agents will continually be updating clients with really rich adequate pay is past, present, or future plan. And this is also the brokers doing so.
So I have two questions. One is a follow-on to those. How will you market to the agents?
It's been really telling early that they want something to reach out to their clients about that's not sales. So if I closed a client 3 years ago, and by the way, I've been a real estate agent since '98 here in Austin on the side. So a lot of this is from first-hand experience of the chaos that ensues whenever you get a text a minute from a client from different apps and trying to just keep up with what it is they want. So the organization really is clear.
Are you asking the agent to pay the $49 per month, or will you be asking them to pay as an agent, as a group of free agents, so to speak, or are you going to the brokers?
No, we've learned very clearly from the industry, selling direct to agents is a much more effective path. I think truly in others ways that portray it well. Brokers don't have a lot of cash laying around. Their business is about getting the best agents to go and produce and give them handsome commissions. But the key to the model and why it's a freemium model is that we want agents to grow our consumer audience for us. So it's free. It's free for them to invite and talk. It's just when you get to that more advanced data and CRM features, then they have to.
So on the supply side, I think you said this in response to Andrew's question, but I want to make sure you elaborate a little bit here. The exact ways in which you're getting the listings, can you review that? What are the ways in which you're getting the listings?
Sure. ListHub is the largest national syndicator. ListHub is the largest national syndicator. There's circa 1.5 and growing every day as brokers across the country add us. So if you search Hawaii or Phoenix, you'll see a lot of beautiful homes. In some cases, it represents a massive amount of inventory in that market. So that's so that nationally people can begin using it for the fun part of collect, share, and collaborate. But on the tactical level, on the business level, being here in Austin and having garnered the support of a lot of the most important agents here, we're focused on testing the top 12 zip codes against the Austin Board of Realtors database, which is the most up-to-the-minute database you can possibly have. The same database that only agents do. So long as you're connected with an agent on RealSavvy, the consumer gets every bit of the data that the agent gets, because the agent could just go and manually pull it all, and it's very cumbersome and problematic for agents, which is a key reason in this scenario of actually being able to get direct access to the listing and confidently able to tell the bill, yeah, we can go and get Saturday. We're going to give her the capability to immediately respond to their clients without going into other disseminated systems that frankly were built years ago.
So can I follow up on that for just a second? If the Board of Realtors database is essential to making it maximally effective for both sides, what's changed in the last 5 years since I did anything with it, that is controlled out of each market separately, right?
That's correct.
They also, in my experience, are pretty jealous of their data. They don't like giving it to anyone else because they feel embattled and they see that as their only competitive advantage. How do you deal with that? You're going to have to go to, how many realtor boards are there in the United States? You're going to have to individually negotiate with.
So our plan, and starting with Austin, so Austin's one of the most notoriously challenged. Austin was the first to kick Zillow, ListHub, and Trulia out. Set the tone for the whole industry of these are our listings. These are not yours to make $1 billion company out of. So in that, sort of leveraging that with a very pro-agent model, we've convinced the Austin Board of Realtors, in fact, they've even helped us convince ourselves that the best thing to do is so long as we connect their agents and clients, they'll give us access because it makes their membership happy. We don't put other agents on top of their listings. That's the whole problem. When you go to Zillow, if I list a home as an active agent, I see 5 people that pay $5 grand on top of me. I went and worked that listing. I'm getting no leads. That's the whole point of the side of the yard of the phone on the sign. So what we've done is convince Austin Realtors, and vice versa, convinced us that is, so long as you're making our agents and their listings, helping promote them, help us move forward to come out. Give us, if you look at our competitive matrix, the simplest way to describe us is we're the only company on the planet building a beautiful UI for agents and consumers. And we do that because agents support the model. That's how we grow our consumer base and
Have you started making this argument to other realtors boards in other markets?
We have early conversations in a few markets, very hot markets like Austin. Austin Board of Realtors, we'll see. I would hope one day that we can form relationships where they sort of wave our flag. It's a tightly knit community. Having been early in my career in the banking space, it's kind of like the CIOs get together in Toronto, et cetera, the banking world. The same thing happens a couple of times a year here. All the brokers get together, what's the best technology, et cetera. So between now and the middle of the year, we want to validate Austin. We want to show the Austin Board of Realtors that we've got a product that makes their membership happy and doesn't displace the agent in any way, because we think they're very critical to the ecosystem.
The thing I worry about is that I feel like in the industry, like when you see like brokers and real estate agents for protection and stuff like data, like basically they're desperate and they're fighting away of basically this idea that software's in the role. And so like things like all these other internet companies, they're increasingly making like the role of real estate agents a little bit irrelevant, a little bit at a time. And I'm worried that that is like the major trend for that is eventually people like start doing this themselves. And so like, what are your thoughts on like, do you think that would be a big trend? Like, do you think this will be the kind of app that reverses that? Because like, the way I see it, it seems like it's focused primarily on helping people get lead generation, but ultimately, like, those people are eventually going to be more and more self-reliant as they become more and more educated consumers.
Real estate agents play an important role in understanding real estate law, having errors and omissions insurance for when you don't disclose something properly on social. But for them to be displaced, oh, and by the way, they're a licensed fingerprint population to come into your home, right? So listing a home online is technically simple, we can do that. But the home that was in this example was under contract 2 weeks ago on Zillow, and it still says for sale today. You can Google it right now, 1912 Ely Detroit. So the problem is, the most advanced consumer play on the planet in this space is not updating the data consistently. Now, a lot of things would have to happen for the agent to be fully displaced, and I don't think it's technically appropriate. Now, it's a massive industry of 2 million agents. Is it possible that over time there's sort of attrition in technology, et cetera, that could advance? Possible. Our play is that the ones that are the most active agents are struggling the most to keep up with these empowered consumers who think they can find the home on their own, which is great. They do a lot of work for agents, but it's not modeled properly, so they can do so. And that's what we're focused on.
And that is RealSavvy. Thank you very much.